we will open the Alien starter set from our friends over at Free League. Now, this uses a unique system. I believe it was designed for Alien. It has been utilized, I believe, in a couple of other systems since then, but I believe the original set, rules set, was, I believe, designed for Alien. So let's go ahead and read the back. The job was routine, the money fair. Then the damn company diverted you to answer a distress call from a ship that disappeared almost 80 years ago. A derelict carrying something bizarre, twisted, and alien. What the ship's frozen crew brought back with them was bad enough. What they themselves were turning into was a bloody nightmare. Add to that an annoying sensor ghost shadowing you in the void, and your stress level is shot. It's all a bit much. You don't get paid enough to deal with monsters. But hold your breath, count to 3, and play your cards right with this one, and you just might walk away very rich. Oh, who am I kidding? You're all gonna die. This is the starter set for the official Alien tabletop role-playing game, a universe of body horror and corporate brinkmanship, where synthetic people play God while space truckers and marines play host to newborn ghoulish creatures. It's a harsh and unforgiving universe, and you are nothing if not expendable. Stay alive if you can. This box set contains everything you need to start playing, a 104-page rulebook with a fast and effective rule set designed specifically to support the core themes of alien horror and action in the cold darkness of space. The 48-page complete scenario, Chariot of the Gods by sci-fi novelist Andrew E.C. Gaska, takes you on a thrilling, terror-filled ride into a deep space where no one can hear you scream. Chariot of the Gods is designed for 3 to 5 players plus the GM. 5 pre-generated characters to play, a huge, full-color, double-sided map with one side depicting chartered space in the year 2183, and the other floor plans for the Chariot of the Gods scenario. 84 game markers for keeping track of characters, motion tracker pings, and more. 56 high-quality custom cards for weapons, personal agendas, and initiative and combat. And a set of 10 engraved base dice and 10 stress dice designed specifically for the Alien role-playing game. Now, I have not played the Alien role-playing game. I have sat down on multiple occasions with folks from Free League and had them explain to me the process of how the system works, and I am a huge fan of that. And our good friends over at Alchemy have a really awesome scenario for their Alchemy Enhanced version of Alien. And I love Alchemy, the system itself. It's fantastic. It's a virtual tabletop experience. It's a whole thing. It is really good on immersion. And they have a enhanced version of their Alien. They basically have the entire Free League catalog. And I really want to stream Alien for all of you, where I get to be a player. Somebody else is going to run it. And I want to use the Alien enhanced version of Alchemy, which is really cool. I don't want to belabor this is not an Alchemy sponsored stream. Although, Chris, hit me up, it could be. But it has a really cool feature where if you have Alchemy, you can actually spectate within Alchemy and like see the roles. The people running it can assign random viewers access to roll for NPCs and things like that. It's really cool. But they can't release the enhanced version of Alchemy because of the mouse. When they brokered the deal with Free League to do the enhanced version of Alchemy, it was just owned by Fox. And in the process of them getting it fully rolled out, the Disney acquired Fox, which means now it needs to go through Disney licensing to get it available, which is why it's not publicly available at the moment, which is why we haven't done that stream. We've been talking about it for like a year and a half. Anyway, let's get into the starter set. So, first of all, I love just you got the alien, like the xenomorph tail here, and what looks to possibly be a colonial marine. I just love the imagery of the front cover here. So, we open it up. We have our a whole set of our standard regular dice, which has the cool, almost like motion tracker ping on the 6. These are the standard dice, just black with white typeface. And then we have the stress dice, which are yellow. As you can see, we have a face hugger on the 1. You don't want to roll ones on stress dice. That's bad news. You want to avoid that if you can. We have the set of cards. Let's go ahead and open these up. Also, for those of you curious, depending on the scenario and how you want to play Alien, there are 2 ways to basically play it. There's what I would call the Alien way to play it, and the Aliens way to play it. And for those of you who are fans of that franchise, you will know what I mean by the vastly different tone and the way things are done in Alien, the first movie from 1979, and Aliens, the James Cameron sequel. One is very atmospheric, very lethal, dangerous, horror-driven. Most people aren't going to make it out alive. The Aliens version, you are colonial marines, you are wielding pulse rifles, let's rock, lighting them up, that kind of a thing. So, I think the Alien version is much better for one-shots or like a really good Halloween time, like spooky thing. Like that's a one-shot where I think usually somebody ends up playing in that scenario a synthetic. Usually the rest of the group doesn't know who the synthetic is. It's like the person running the game, the GM, and the synthetic know who's the synthetic, typically working for the company, right? And that's like, you might make it out alive, maybe. Probably not. Whereas, the Aliens one is more ideal for a campaign, something a little more long-term, where, like, you might actually get to acquire weapons, and I don't know if there's a level-up system, I forget, but you might actually get to experience that, where, like, survivability is a more reasonable thing, if that makes sense. So, we have 10 initiative cards. They just have initiative on the back and 1 through 10 on the front. Then we have a variety of equipment cards. This is an M4A3 service pistol, and it will give you sort of the stats of the weapon on the back, right? Bonus +2, damage 1, range and weight. We have 357 Magnum revolver. We have a Wrexham EVA pistol. Again, if you're fans of the Alien franchise, some of these will make sense. We've got a bolt gun here, Wadasumi bolt gun. We have the ever-present, ever-amazing Armat M41A pulse rifle. You know what it is. You know. We've got an M42A scoped rifle. We've got 12 gauge shotgun for close encounters. We've got a harpoon grappling gun, also known for shooting things out of an airlock, potentially. We have plasma pulse rifle here. We have an M41AE2 heavy pulse rifle. Smart gun. And an incinerator unit, right? Your flamethrower. All right. All your equipment there. Then we have a variety of different NPC cards, right? Officer Johns, Colonial Marine Reed. Gives you kind of a rundown of their stats and high-level information. We've got a variety of those. Then we get into... That's the character cards. All right. Then it gets us into agenda cards for the characters for a variety of the different acts of the game, right? So, you'll see like this is a Miller's agenda for Act 1, which might change in Act 2 or 3 of the adventure, depending on what things are. Then we can also see special order. We have a note. Then we have effects of infection. I think we all know what kind of infection you're getting. Not great stuff. All right, let's get into our next section here, which is the map. Here is our charted space map. It says Stars of Middle Heavens. You can see here, official Weyland-Yutani star map, showcasing all of the various systems and locations. We have various core systems, Outer Veil. I'm trying to see if we can see any things we might recognize as Alien fans. I could spend a long time just reading through this, trying to find, like, us, a planet. Oh, okay, so here's, like, LV666. I was trying to see if we could see 426 on here. But I don't know how far out of charted LV1113. There's Byron's Hope. LV832. There it is. LV426 Acheron. Right over there. So it's on there. And then the backside is obviously ship schematics for the Chariot of the Gods adventure. Right? As you can see. Showcasing the different areas and places you might encounter other characters or potentially a xenomorph. Then we have player character sheets, which are like a heavier weight paper. They have kind of where all your abilities are here on the front. These are all pre-gen and filled out. And then the back has sort of your character image and then like a little bit like what your talent is. So this is Company Agent Wilson. We have Officer Miller, Davis, the pilot. We have Rye, the roughneck, and then Cham, the roughneck. 5 characters. All right. Then we get further in. We have the hard or the soft cover, full color Chariot of the Gods adventure scenario for you to run. Then we have the bound version of the Aliens core rulebook. Now this is a parsed down version. There is a full hardcover version of the Aliens core rulebook. There are also full campaigns. I think there's an entire separate book just for Colonial Marines. Again, because like I said, this is very much written in a way to be more like Alien. Separate things for Aliens. And then we have pawns, right? We have pawns. You can see the back has motion tracker pings. And then at the bottom, it has different things like power-up sensors, accelerate, maneuver, ram, launch countermeasures, fire weapons, dock for flying your ship. And then we also have on here what looks like a variety of different characters labeled A through X, which we see looks like company agents. We can see some Colonial Marines. We can also see things like face huggers, xenomorphs. Let's see what we got. We see, looks like possibly either weapons pings. I see some sort of creature that I'm not sure what it is. I see a handful of face huggers. I see some chest bursters. I see a queen. I see what look to be traditional, like Praetorian style warrior guards, and then also some more like dog style aliens, like quadrupedal aliens, and then bipedal aliens. Very cool. Let's look up the Alien starter set. So it is currently available. It is available on Amazon, and it is $50. So, what do I think about the price of $50? Well, you're getting the pawns, which are nice, and these are little like drop pawns that you're not going to need bases for these. You are getting the dice, which they are custom dice, which is a nice little feature. For reference, let's see if we can find... we also get the full set of the cards, which is nice. There is a DM screen. That was not included. They are charging $10 or $20 for a set of these dice and $20 for a set of these dice. So if you're going on the price of these two sets of dice costing you $40, then this is a steal. So based on that, this is apparently a $40 value for just the dice alone. I don't know what the pricing is for the stack of cards. But the cards I'm going to assume is probably around $20 as well, just based on how these things go. So right there, that's like $60, and that's not including the adventure, which is written by Andrew Gaska, the quick start rules, pre-gen characters, and honestly, for some people, the map of just like charted Weyland-Yutani space might be a cool thing you want to have just to like plaster on the wall. So I do think I think $50 is, I think, a reasonable price based on the dice alone. Should the dice be that much money? That's a better question. That I don't know. But $50 for this whole box set now seems to me to be a pretty reasonable price based on what we've seen these things going for. It is available in stock. You can get it, which is nice to see. And like I said, it does have a lot of supplemental material. So here we are on the Alien RPG. Let's see what it says. So here is the Building Better Worlds book, which is currently on pre-order. We have the starter set, which we just mentioned. We have the core rulebook. We have Destroyer of Worlds, which we're going to click on. We have Heart of Darkness. Here's the Colonial Marines Operation Manual, which, as I said, is more designed for that. And I believe that's all we have. You can see here it is available on Free League's website. You can buy them digitally here on Foundry. Here's the dice. There's the GM screen. So Destroyer of Worlds, complete cinematic scenario for the Alien role-playing game. Takes place. You take the roles of Colonial Marines. Okay, so Destroyer of Worlds is a Colonial Marines cinematic scenario. Designed for 3 to 5 players. I like that it's called the Game Mother, by the way. I'm liking that. That might have been a newer edition, which I think is really great as a name. It's a gauntlet of hell, of one hell after another. Expected to take 3 sessions to complete. This box set contains the scenario book, a double-sided map, 7 pre-generated characters, custom cards for weapons, vehicles, and personal agendas, and then player maps and handouts. Oh, okay. And then we have Heart of Darkness, is a cinematic scenario for the Alien role-playing game. It is a standalone adventure, but serves as a conclusion to the Draconis Strain saga, begun in the cinematic scenario Chariot of the Gods, and continued in Destroyer of Worlds. Is a spiraling descent into soul-crushing madness. So if I'm reading that correctly, the Chariot of the Gods adventure contained in the starter set is continued in Destroyer of Worlds, and then it's finalized in Heart of Darkness. That's pretty cool. It also says here on the website, If you buy the book on the website, you will get a full PDF of the product shortly after purchase. Let's check here. If we buy the starter set off of the website, see, okay, this is an interesting thing. It says a full PDF of the contents is included. Note that most of the contents in the box starter set has been published previously as separate packages. So that was going to be my thing. I don't think that might be a point off there, because nowhere inside here did I see a means to get the PDF from this adventure. Now it appears as, and now I'll be honest, I bought it via Amazon. So there might be something to purchasing it via Free League's website, and that you will get the PDF of it if you purchase it via Free League. Knowing the people at Free League, though, you might be able to reach out to them and say, hey, I bought this on Amazon. If I buy it from your website, I get the PDF for free. Is it possible to get that? And they might just do it. I'm not seeing like I was hoping to see like a coupon or like a code somewhere inside here. I'm not seeing that. That was going to be my other sticking point, is some of the best RPG starter sets that we've opened include basically everything you have here. Maps, minis, dice, adventure that's ready to play, pre-gen characters, starter rule sets for a relatively reasonable price, in this instance of $50. But the best ones, in my opinion, also come with everything. Either you get it digitally, or they'll give you like a discount code to purchase the full version, or like the full core rulebook, whether that be physical or digital. Now, it doesn't say anywhere on here that it gives you things digitally. So that's hard to say. Now, if I check let's just check, because I don't think I got like an email from Amazon that said like, congratulations, you'll get this. Let me just see if it says anywhere that you'll get the digital code. All right, yeah, I'm not seeing anything specifically about that. But, yeah, I would be willing to say, reach out to Free League and say, hey, I bought this on Amazon. If I buy this from you, I would get the PDF. Is that a possibility? Because if that's the case, and you are able to get the PDF, then I'm probably going to give this like a 10 out of 10. Because like as it stands right now, I'm probably going to give it like an 8.5, 9 out of 10. You're getting a pretty solid value. You get everything you need. And the fact that the adventure can continue if you decide you want to, that's a good hook from the Free League perspective. You can get a good hook to just get people to go pick up your other books. They can continue the storyline. I don't know if you can carry the same characters through. It didn't really sound like the characters in this adventure here are Colonial Marines. Like the second book seems to be more Colonial Marines based, but either way.